Today, of course, that allegedly, according to the mainstream media, Harry and Meghan are not outraged, furious, in demand about something. But there's not really too much untruth in that, you know. When you think about it, Harry seemingly is ready to kick off about anything at any time. We've seen that with all the litigation. And let's just point out also the litigation against Her Majesty's government over his security is still ongoing and set to be a rather substantial bill for the British taxpayer. Incredible when you think about it, isn't it? You would have thought he would have withdrawn it because, if anything else, you know, this just proves it's not needed. But, you know, let's move on from there. The bigger problem now for Harry and Meghan is this. They've found out something that they're not happy about. Is there ever a day when they're not unhappy about something? Let me explain. Morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today. This story, you know, is a strange one when you think about it, because if you cast your mind back a couple of years now, do you remember when Meghan apparently was upset with the fact that her son, Archie, was offered in fact a royal title. I mean, wow, a title anyway, you know. But then Meghan, of course, went on to television to say that she didn't really care about titles. They weren't really that important. You know, celebrities didn't really mean anything to her. And then, of course, she got well ingrained within the PR role of California. And they know, of course, that the one thing sells in California is none other than royalty. You know, people just love British royalty. Everybody wants a slice of it because it's great for your PR, great for your brand, and more importantly, people ask that question on chat shows. Oh, what was it like when you met the Queen, Prince Charles, Princess Anne? It's just a great opener, isn't it? People like it. Now, the reason apparently why they turned down this particular offer of the Earl of Dumbarton, which in fact I've been to Dumbarton, it's a very nice place, I might point out, they apparently were concerned that their son would then be deemed as dumb. I know. Now, we don't know how true that particular statement is. You know, as ever, you have to say we didn't hear it from them, so it may or may not be true. But either way, seemingly they didn't want it. But what they were hoping for upon this particular return back here to the United Kingdom was to get something clarified once and for all. Let's not forget there was the kerfuffle, wasn't there, over their christening, if you remember, for their daughter Lily Diana, or Lilibet Diana, whichever you want to call her, and that never really materialised. We're not quite sure, in fact, if the child is christened or anything to do with the godparents or anything like that. It's not our business, nothing to do with us, but then again, it's our business when they want to monetise or make money, isn't it, you know? Because really, that's what this is truly about, and as ever, we have to say allegedly. According to the good source, Harry and Meghan are furious at the fact that their children won't have HRH status. Well, you know, first of all, again, Meghan seemingly doesn't understand the basics. You don't need that, you know. The fact that you are a prince or a princess is still very much an eye-opener over in any part of the world. But according to that source, they're worried, in fact, that with it being Prince Archie, he could be mistaken for something of a rapper or something like that. You know, the status of HRH, Prince Archie, carries a lot more clout. As Prince Harry also noted, you know, it was the thing that really makes people sit up, His Royal Highness. This battle is far from over, you know. Now, Prince Charles, or should I say King Charles, I will get used to that, as we all will, has, you know, kind of put his ceremonial foot down and said, that's it, that's the deal. But as the days go on, and hopefully as, you know, things get back to normal, people are hoping that he won't relent, simply because, you know, the British public don't like the idea. And more importantly, why give titles away like confetti to people that seemingly do not want to be here? And as Prince Harry's openly said himself, his home is now in California. If that's the case, then why do you need a title? It's only here in Britain, really, where people truly like to look up to titles, particularly of senior members of the British monarchy. And both you and your wife, Meghan Markle, decided that you didn't want this life. You wanted to do something else. Well, you know, what they seemingly do forget is that when you leave the firm, a company, anything, you end up giving the keys and the car back. And this is not dissimilar. So moving forward for Harry and Meghan, this battle is going to be far from over, because rest assured, when they get back to stew over this, back in their California mansion, I would bet that this story will rear, sadly, its ugly head once again, and all to the detriment of the British monarchy. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.